What a silly game. I played that so badly, but who expects the Day of Judgment burn pile? Ah, learning curves, am I right? Hello. Welcome back. It's another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGV. And we're talking about cards in Standard getting emergency banned. Again. How does this keep happening? I can't believe this keeps happening. It keeps happening. So let me give you the context. Here's what's up. I haven't covered much about this deck. ViVi Cauldron is a deck that emerged at the last Pro Tour Final Fantasy, in the hands of Paulo Vito Dama de Rosa. It had a great standard win rate, and nobody talked about it much because it didn't make the top 8. And it lost absolutely nothing in rotation, and it lost absolutely nothing in bans. In the cards that were banned, the 7 standard cards that were banned, did nothing to this deck. It was untouched, and well, there were concerns. Many people were concerned about this becoming the deck in Magic the Gathering, the deck in Standard, and those played out a lot in the MTGO leagues. As soon as rotation happened, a ViVi deck, a ViVi Cauldron deck specifically, never placed lower than second in the competitive online challenges. And I still didn't talk about it. Because quite frankly, this didn't seem exciting to me. Not only does it run no new cards, and does it run all like cards that have been in the format for a while, it also is an izzet deck. There's a lot of reasons, quite frankly, as a content creator, that not to cover this deck very much, but it's unavoidable now. It's over in a way. Standard is destroyed. You see, there was a standard event, an arena championship. These are actually very big events with very big prizes, and it happened last weekend. ViVi, this deck was between like 50 and 60% of the meta. I want to say 57-58% of the meta. The next most played deck in the event was 3% of the meta. Like, it was literally ViVi versus the world. It was like 50+% of the meta versus 40-some% other. Like, all the other were like one-off decks here and there, meaning that there was a consensus S tier deck. And how did it play out? Well, the top 20 was a form of playoff on day 2, which is kind of an exciting way to do it. 14 of the 20 were ViVi Cauldron. That's right, 14 out of 20. By the top 8, 7 out of 8 were ViVi Cauldron. And surprising absolutely nobody whatsoever, the finals was ViVi versus ViVi, won by ViVi. And this is the winning list. And it's kind of silly. If you haven't seen the deck in action, well, we're going to do a video of it because it is very much my job here on the channel. We're going to play the ViVi. We're going to use the Soul Cauldron. We're going to exile the ViVi from the graveyard, giving all our creatures with +1/+1 counters on them the ability of ViVi. And trust me, with Proft's Eidetic memory, we dish out a bunch of +1/+1 counters to our creatures so that they can use the ViVi's ability right away, often multiples of them, doing the thing on the same turn, and using Winter Night Stories to dig through our deck, and the Harmonize ability to cast it multiple times within a same turn, creating even more +1/+1 counters from the memory. Trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot. And why have another reason we haven't covered it? Everybody's saying it's going to get banned. ViVi's got to get banned. ViVi's got to get banned. Dude, if we had a 2-year rotation, Soul Cauldron would have already rotated. But what the heck? Maybe you just ban the Cauldron. I don't know. Was an expensive mythic. I'm sure nobody would mind that, he said sarcastically. But there's one more reason I haven't covered ViVi on this channel, this ViVi Cauldron deck whatsoever on this channel so far, is because nobody in Best of 1 plays this deck. And by nobody, I mean some people actually do. But you won't find it in the top 8 for MTGA Best of 1 win rates. In fact, it's not in the top 8 for win rates. It's not in the top 8 for popularity. You know what it is? You know, as the #1 win rate today, mono white life gain. You know what's the most popular? Yeah, mono white life gain. I mean, it's kind of wild because you guys love to dunk on best of one. You best of three gamers are like, yeah, best of one's terrible. Dude, are we the superior format? We don't have a ViVi problem. Is that because nobody's playing it? Is that because a lot of us haven't talked about it? A lot of us best of one creators haven't talked about it? Or is it something else? Is ViVi bad in best of one? Is ViVi Cauldron bad in best of one? That's what today's video is going to try to answer. We're going to go play it on ladder, see what we can do. But my friends, let me know in the comments. Is this a bad best of one deck? Is best of one the superior format? Can it save Magic the Gathering? Will ViVi get emergency banned? All today in the arena. But before we dive in, I need to do something because I forget this every time. I am so bad at my Patreon, guys. I do have one. You can find it. And I do have a tier where if you sign up for it, you get a video shout out. So a big shout out. I got to shout out two people because I don't want to forget them in the future. Joseph Brobroski. Thank you for signing up on that Patreon tier. And Matt Sosi, thank you very much for signing up on that Patreon tier. My beautiful, amazing, wonderful, talented, incredible wife, Gina, is the person who keeps up on that. And she says, why haven't you thanked them yet? And she's right. So thank you very much for being on my Patreon, guys. And I'm sorry I didn't shout you out sooner. I appreciate it. Now let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. I don't have any offers, and I don't know how I got on your list. Take me off the list. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Sorry. Just handling some business. All right. Yeah. Magic the Gathering. Let's go. Yes. Keep. Why not? I'm sorry. Did real life invade your entertainment? They've been calling me like 5 times a day for like 2 years. I don't even know how long, 2 weeks, something like that. It's been crazy. Your line of credit from your business application has been approved. What business application? I don't have a business. I'm a bum YouTuber. Ask anyone. All right. Well, did we just get the mirror after that whole intro? That would honestly be funny. That'd be very funny. All right. I think I just torched this. It gets no big. Okay. Yep. Nobody plays this in best of one, I say. And then look what happens. All right. Come on out. What are you going to do? Attack my graveyard? I'm not afraid of you. You don't have removal. You have nothing. You have Soulstone Sanctuaries and nobody cares. Uh-oh. You have a ViVi down there? No ViVi. They are playing the deck. They're trying to find blue and they drew 2 Soulstone Sanctuaries, which is a pretty big L. But I might just untap with ViVi here, which is not good for them. All right. Let's think. Memory. Take 1. What do we need? A land wouldn't be bad. Another stories. So we go to combat. We put a counter here. Then this taps for 2 in post combat. I mean, that's not great, but hey, we're doing the thing in a lot of ways. Hi. It. All right. Is it time for a story? May as well be. Wah! Okay. Discards. We can play the starting town this turn. Do I discard the other ViVi? They have a cauldron. I haven't found one. I think it's the see, if they exile this though, they get the abilities of the ViVi. That would be very bad. Let's drop the Scholar. That at least doesn't give them abilities. And we'll see what they can come up with this turn. Can they get a ViVi in the graveyard, exile it, and absolutely pop off while I've been, they say good game? Yeah, you got it. Are they just salty? Am I dead? What's going on? Okay, bye. I guess I win. The mirror is it's a thing of beauty, guys. I'm sure they all play out exactly like that. One of you doesn't have blue and it's easy. Well, it's time for me to miss a color. We have the Cauldron, but I'm not keeping this. There you go. I'll keep this. I'll put away this Abrade. I would expect after ViVi Gate that happened this weekend with the amount of ViVis that got played to see more of it in best of one. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna give it up for the best of one community, keeping this absolute nonsense out of best of one for a minute. Best of one has not been bad. We've enjoyed a great many cool things. A lack of mono red, an uptick in all kinds of different strategies. People are still trying to make aggro work, but whatever. I think I play the Engineer. Yeah, usually with this deck, you just be as aggressive as possible. Our opponent is playing planets. So you play this like kind of, it's not a good aggressive game plan because these by far aren't the best aggressive creatures in the format. But you play these out, you attack the opponent a few times, you see what happens. And look at this. Here comes Summon Fenrir, making me think we're up against Yuna, which means we torch that tower. Gone. All right. Do I get the Cauldron on the field? I think I do. Or do I? Other creatures you control gain haste. Put a counter on this creature. I mean, that might just be the play to be aggressive and save the Cauldron, because if it's a Yuna deck, you don't want to show them the Cauldron right now. If they have an exile effect, they'll probably use it. And I'm not sure I'll have anything to Abrade. So let's just get some extra damage. The thing about the Engineer is it's here to help you kill when you're popping off with ViVi. Oh, wow. Never mind. It was Kona the whole time. And they have a planet for station. And they have a Valgavoth. Is that game? I think it is. I mean, I certainly have nothing to offer right now. When it's put into the graveyard, if a card you didn't control would be put... What? During your turn, you move the card to exiled. So it doesn't matter when I play it. What could I draw? I could draw Into the Flood Maw. I need 3 permanents. Doesn't sound likely. Let's play this and pass. Playing this Abrade just lets them cast it on our creature, which then exiles it, which they can then cast. But I still have to deal with Kona at some point. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think anything's gonna matter if we don't top deck Flood Maw. So I think we just take all of this. And then the Kona trigger, if they have anything, we're just done. If I Abrade this and then they kill this, then Flood Maw won't even deal with the Valgavoth. Okay, that gives us 2 permanents, not the end of the world. They want to play that, fine. And must draw Flood Maw. You are not Flood Maw. I closed the window. What a game. So I definitely should have just held up Abrade and killed Coma, but haven't played Standard in about a week, so forgot that Planet Coma is actually a deck right now. So they caught me a bit unawares on this one, so I deserve what I got, and I will scoop this one. I don't think we would have beaten almost anything with the way our draw worked out, though. As you see, we just drew a bunch of lands and none of our cards that actually tie the room together. Are we mulliganing again? I mean, we have the things. Are we mulliganing a 2 mountain hand on the play? I'm not. I'm gonna cycle this and try to hit blue that way. Let's see if this one works out. Like I said, cycling. Forget this shark. Useless. Okay, they've got Sage. We've got Blue Source. Well, I'm not cycling now, I guess. Como, I'll keep. Mako. I think it's okay to be careful there. Yeah, that's their best card, and I don't have removal for it. Do you think they can beat a ViVi, though, if I just slam a ViVi? That's part of the joy of the deck, is they have to figure out how to kill this card. And if they do, you just Soul Cauldron it. Anything? You? Yeah, sure, you got it. Knock yourself out. I don't know what they have, just want to be sure. And it's just some Sephiroth crap. Nice 1, 2, 3. About as good as you could hope for it to be. Let's see if we can beat him. An Abrade, huh? That's a pretty good Magic the Gathering card. Let's see. Kind of want to bounce the Sephiroth, though, to be honest. Well, I really want the memory. I guess I want you plus you plus you. Let's think. Maybe you want Fear of Missing Out last, I think. All right. We go to work. Right now it's 2. Boing. There's a chance we could just be going for lethal if everything worked out really well, but I don't know about that. All right, this is 3. And if we play an Agatha Soul Cauldron, let's do this. This helps with Raise the Past. I guess I should hold it open, though, just in case they have another way to reanimate a Sephiroth. Well, I'll see. Maybe they just block with this 1/1. Okay. Then I'll get the small creature, because Raise the Past is a card. See what they got now. That was devastating. All of their things are gone. You better exile it. That's not an exile, is it? All you did was make me stronger. Oh, wow. This will be fun. Buckle up. Exile ViVi. Counter on Light Shatter. Play this land, use a map token, make the mana, cast the Eidetic memory, draw the card, maybe cast something else with that memory, but at least activate the map token, go to combat, put 1, 2, at least 2, probably 3, maybe more, yeah, at least 3 +1/+1 counters on something else. Now it makes mana equal to its power. Oh my god. So the mana base, guys, we have to talk about the shuffler. Are you real right now? Oh my god. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's good. This is great. The shuffler is functioning as intended. Interesting. Let's put you on the field. I wish I had you a turn sooner. But with Winter Night Stories coming up, which I'm 99% sure is the play. Okay, they used a seam rip on the Mako, not on the Soul Cauldron. This might be a pixie deck. Do I play this now? If I do that, I also am tempted to play Fear of Mixing Out. We could discard the stories. I don't think I want to discard the Soul Cauldron though. It's too important. Beautiful. Which removal spell this time? Oh my. Well, that gets rid of the graveyard. And you have a 1 mana spell? What the hey? All right, they came prepared, I guess. Still have to solve a ViVi when a ViVi arrives. I could just discard both of these to the Light Shatter. I think it's more better to just discard the Soul Cauldron and give up on that. Stories can still be good, but discarding 2 makes this bigger. I don't know. I'm not giving up on 3 cards. Card draw is a beautiful thing. Flood Maw, sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to win a beatdown or a burnout plan. Our opponent is running a pretty meta-dependent hateful deck, but it's gonna hit some of our strategies. So now we have to be careful not to lean into the strategies that are getting hit. Okay, feed the cycle, whatever. Like this? I think I'll just discard the lands if I'm being real. $11. Like, is it worth it to Abrade a Ghost Vacuum? Probably don't get the choice. Dude, their deck is a ride. Do you have to touch all your cards to make this decision? What's going on? Okay. They left a mana open and I don't know why. Cutdown's not in the format. Okay. I think I'll just be a little careful. That's what they play. All right, what do they want? I guess I can bounce this in response to the use of the vacuum. Yeah, that's their card. Okay. All right, I guess I'm forcing the issue. What do I want exiled? Let me read you again. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards or the battlefield, you... Okay, then I just want pass. You get no card. All right, they have 8. 8's a lot. I don't think I have a shot. This Ketramos control deck seems really well positioned for this nonsense. They're still not using the vacuum. Not very smart, but I guess they're being absolutely careful. We got 7 out of 7 here, but when this is back down, it attacks and blocks. All right, let's go for it. They should use that in response. They should be worried about having 7 cards in graveyard. Down to 7. If they catch most attacks, I think we just lose. But instead, they're going to go with the end. I think there's only 1 left to get. All right. Need a huge top deck. We have some hasty stuff, but not much for this mana count. That's not it. That's not it at all. There's the commit. There's the destruction of the ghost vacuum. I still don't think we got this. I don't know what we could even draw. Winter Night Stories, maybe? Look how many things are in exile. All right, that's a land. I'm done. I mean, that's a deck. Any new cards in there that would make it a good video deck? Anything? No. Honestly, no. There's no new cards here. Team Rip? Team Rip's fine. I wonder if they run Star Cage, probably. I guess they... Yeah, Catch from Us Exile can always be a video. Okay, I've got a nice curve of things. I think I lead on starting town and just take the damage because I have so many lands that might enter untapped in the first couple turns. Drawing 2 in a row isn't ridiculous. You just take the 1 from the starting town. You don't take anything next turn. You take 1 for playing ViVi. You would have had to anyway. All right, Burst Lightning. Here we go. We're removing stuff and things. I'll discard this torch. We're being aggressive here, baby. We're on the play. We'll make them answer to us. Although discarding a spell with a ViVi in hand might not be the right move, as we do have an interesting spell mix. You have any fear of missing out, my friend? All right, here's Mako. Do this instead of playing the ViVi. Too bad I have to discard the Sanctuary, but I think it's fine. There's a Cauldron, beautiful. Now the ViVi in the graveyard to go with the Cauldron. Maybe we should have discarded the ViVi anyway, but when they've already fired off a Burst Lightning and held priority on turn 2 after shocking in a Foundry, I am expecting that they will kill the ViVi. That's what I'm expecting. No good way to achieve a Delirium, sad. You gonna take all that? They did. All right. Here's my wizard. Well, let me guess, you remove it. Brilliant. I could have cast the torch to the tower there. Probably should have. All right, they're going burning. The engineer. Hi. Yeah, there was some cool stuff I definitely should have done there. All right, so they have open mana. We need to respond to them. All right, they're down to 7. Put a counter there, they remove it. But we get mana from the Mako. No, they go face. All right, well, burn deck got a burn. Dragon! Yeah, they're definitely dead if I untap. So let's see what they got. Does it add up to 12? Can you count to 12? I think that turn 2 where they didn't cast anything is going to cost them this game. Because they probably have the burn to do it, but they probably don't have the mana. They play Day of Judgment. Wow. They really thought about that. Did you notice that? I can't believe they played Day of Judgment in their burn deck, but it might work out for them here. If I had held back the Engineer, we probably could have won this game. I mean, they're a Bolt Wave Day of Judgment deck, guys. What do you want? What do you want from me? Let's get the Engineer under here. Just need a creature with a counter. That's not it. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna lose this one? To a brew? A Bolt Wave Day of Judgment brew? How many sweepers do you think they run? It's all spells! What happened? Oh my goodness, I'm just dead. There's nothing I can do. They're just gonna burn me out now. It's brilliant. Why haven't I thought of this? Day of Judgment in my burn deck? That's insane. The technology. Oh. All 3 Into the Flood Maws have come off the top when all I needed was one creature. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, come on, friend. Let's go. There's a ViVi. Oh, it's an island. They don't even run permanents. What are we talking about here? There we go. Why did it have to be an island? Oh my god. Okay, okay, if we're not dead now, I think we can do it, but let's see. We gotta play smarter than we played earlier. The Torch the Tower to save the ViVi earlier would have ended this game. All right. I cast Marauding Mako. And I cast Draconautics Engineer. I mean, forcing them to burn these creatures is a way to be alive. Better do something about that. Bro, if I get mana, you're cooked. They lightning strike it. Okay. Can't do anything about that exactly, but I can let that go. Now I can go to 4. That must be their only burn spell. And now this makes 3 mana, which can play a ViVi, but nothing else. We could also Winter Night Stories and have 1 floating, which would do not much. All right. I mean, they might have a Day of Judgment. That might have been a bad play too. Makes sense. Why am I so bad at Magic, guys? I'm the worst. Oh, look at that. They do play creatures. Insane. How did this happen? Put +1 on this creature. Activate only if one lost a life. Okay. I think we want the Abrade because the torch exiles it, and we want the ability to get a counter off it. I'm so bad at magic, guys. This should not be our problem. We should have been able to do this. All right. All right. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Scholar. We get a hit. We get an engineer back that we can cast. We try to put a counter on it and they respond. I guess we still have an engineer. Not to mention, this has an activated ability as well. Resolves. Down 3. How much mana is this? A good amount. A good amount. Wow. Let's do like this. I'm worried about another Day of Judgment, since apparently that is their huge technology. Rah! And now what? I do have it now with Engineer's ability, assuming I can make any of this happen. Yes! The technology. It just keeps happening. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can do it now. I'm pretty sure I can. Right? So this gives the Mako the abilities of ViVi. So without even having to use the Cauldron, we can give out some haste. We're gonna try to use the Cauldron, because why the heck not? Haste. Beautiful. And they say good game. All right, does that mean we're done? Oh, it has the ability to do this more than once. That's crazy. Okay, I can do this more than once, huh? Wow, I didn't know that that stacked. Oh my gosh. Let's go to combat. Bring it home. What a silly game. I played that so badly, but who expects the Day of Judgment burn pile? Ah, learning curves, am I right? Let's go FOMO. I don't know, man. On the draw, This hand could get run over, but I will see what all the hype can be about. Did somebody else grab the ViVi deck? Oh, please. I wanted it all to myself. It's funny how Abrade is now like a format rock star because of the way this works, but let's get our Cauldron down. And we'll try to make sure they don't Cauldron. There's a ViVi and we have no removal, so we might just lose. Like I said, this hand could get run over. It just doesn't have interaction of any kind in it. So what do I need? I need to torch the tower. I guess I can memory for it, or I can FOMO for it. I'll memory for it. Flood Maw. Okay. Something. Let's do it. Especially ViVi going back to hand instead of being discarded for their Cauldron is probably a great thing. Yeah. Okay. Wow, a 3/3. And what are they holding up? They're holding up a Flood Maw? Hello! I don't think what I want to do will work, but I'm willing to try. What are they going to bounce? I think they're going to bounce the Cauldron. If they bounce the Cauldron, what do we want to do? We don't want to use it, right? We don't want to exile our ViVi. Let's see if we can get a counter on the fear of missing out. Okay. Now, let's say they end step fire off on Cauldron. I Cauldron, exile ViVi, I make mana, I don't cast anything. Don't love it. Don't love it. Now, how about we play another Fear of Missing Out? We discard a Winter Night Stories. We draw a card. I guess. Gotta try. Especially if we get them to use this now. We're very happy. Okay, they use this now? Wait, they use it on FOMO. Okay, it's still our end step. If we had an instant, we could do the ViVi thing now, but we don't, so hold. They let the Cauldron stay, but it hasn't exiled ViVi, so that makes sense. Yep. And they scoop because they know the big turn's coming and they gave up their interaction for it. I think they had to just hang on to the Flood Maw, to be honest, and just wait for the ViVi to be targeted. But hey guys, that's how you get diamond. Sure, this hand can do things. It'll play some creatures. That's honestly about it. But what else do you need? Yep. The Raise the Pass deck has certainly been a popular choice. I'll just play out my creatures, but I don't really want to trade with them. My creatures get bigger and stronger. Servandum! Okay, great. Whenever another creature controlled dies or put into exile +1, gain life, blah, 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 blah. This is a total of 3 power. I guess that can block a Teysa. But pump up the Mako. If they double block it, that's fine. Let's do it. Draw that many cards. Do I discard a ViVi? I think I do. Set up the Cauldron. Yeah, I mean, we have a significant power and toughness advantage. If the opponent wants to trade things away, okay. And they do. Which is that? Just more raise the pass stuff. If you're gonna hold back, I mean, what are you doing? Get a card. Wow. We are doing it, aren't we? Where are you going? I'll put you here. Distribute the counters. It's 7 points. You might want to stop me. So how's their raise the past? I mean, it's not great. It's not bad either. So they're gonna play a 3-2 and a 2-1, and those are your sack outlets, but they just don't have the gas. How about another one? I'll keep this one, but I want this card. We get an island. Feels a little overdue. There's 5 cards here. I was hoping for something I could dump in a graveyard, but it'll have to do. Away with you. Uh-huh. And now you block. Uh-huh. And you're at 8. They have chumped their way through this admirably. And they do have the raise. Must be nice. Can I draw my cauldron now? Maybe a Winter Night Stories into a cauldron? And remember, they can do everything at instant speed, including growing Servandum and such, but I guess they're doing this now. Are they just impatient? I don't think they can kill me. Why the surveils instead of the counters, I wonder? That's not a good draw. We do get to cast something for free from the graveyard, though, after Teysa attacks. Do any of them draw cards? I guess more Teysas do draw cards. I think we're gonna lose both creatures on an attack, though, but I still think we gotta go for it. Okay. That's a play. It's almost like they were bored. Okay, so now if I attack, they kill this? I don't know. It's 4 points. They're empty-handed. Are they gonna sack 2 things and trade with this? And then I play ViVi, I top deck Winter Night Stories, and they're cooked? Nope, they just chump block and sack. Wow. Do they know what's on top, though? I can't remember if they kept. Okay, they haven't. Because then I'd be like, here's Raise the Past. Doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not dead. Although this 3 points looks appetizing, make it 4. All right, guys, now or never. Please draw a good card. It's a card. It is a card. What is the best activated ability we can find? Engineer? Make a 4/4? We have so much mana, but nothing to do with it. Classic. Okay. There's no ViVi under it yet. What's that make? It makes 2, so I should play this. There's my dragon. ViVi, so exhausting. 13, 7, 11. Not there. Yeah, they need a big draw too. I think we take this attack. What is this? This is 5? They're sacking now? Okay. So they're really looking at the surveil. They need it. They bin. That could have blocked a dragon, but not multiple dragons. Okay, they've given up on double Blood Witch. I think they're just looking for raise. It's got to be raise. They're going all in on drawing raise. Everything's in the bin. I'm at 5. And the top deck is... It's victory. For me! CGB. Thank you, my friends. This deck is a little nonsense. It definitely has there's a lot to learn with this deck. I think that if you want to devote to it, you can. And I don't know if it's worth devoting to. The chances of emergency ban do exist. I would say, you know, I don't know if it's probably code red based on how the standard event went. I would say that it's code freaking red. Don't expect all your wild cards to be returned to you, just the banned ones. The rest of the deck that is then probably unplayable, that's yours to keep.